So I'm gonna show you all the action from my 2 days of practice at Texoma and my 2 days of tournament at Texoma, all right here. It's gonna be amazing. Yes, you heard me say there's a good one. Smallmouth. Texoma. Unreal. So there's good amazing and there's amazingly bad. And that falls into the amazingly bad category. All right, guys, if I can't catch any fish, at least I can show you two cool things that Terry's done to his boat. One of which I like the idea. I don't think I can do it in my boat because I don't think I've got this rib, but it drives me crazy. I keep all my rods in rod sleeves, and you take them off and I just leave them in a rod box, and when you do, they'll invariably move down the rod box and you'll get hooks in them. Terry put, let me climb on there and show you. I don't know exactly what these are called. I call them alligator clips, but he just took a binder clip and screwed it to the piece of aluminum centerpiece, and that way he keeps his rod sleeves up out of the way. The other thing he did this boat come with tubes? Yeah. He didn't like the tubes. He couldn't get enough rods in there. So he quite literally went to Walmart, bought a Walmart cutting board. Hopefully y'all can see that. And took a jigsaw, cut it out, and made his own insert so he can get his rods to stack in there and get them on two different levels. So two pretty cool things he did, even though we can't catch any fish. But I like both those, and I'm gonna try to figure out if there's a way I can install one of those somewhere in my boat to keep them out of the way, because I'm constantly fighting them. I'll roll them up in time and they still spring loose, and it's a mess. So there you go, guys. You know, we didn't have our hooks. We basically threw baits with the hooks covered up in practice, and we're getting some bites. A couple fish I saw were good fish. And you know, tournament fishing is a lot of fun when you're competitive, but it sucks when you're not competitive. And when I mean competitive, look, nobody, if anybody wins every tournament, we've seen it in the past, they're cheating. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Nobody wins. There's too many variables. It's not like golf where you can get your swing right, or tennis where you can be the fastest or hit the hardest serves. This is every variable. I mean, you don't even get a chance to hit the golf ball here sometimes. You come out and you don't get a bite. And that's, I got to tell you, we fished all day yesterday for one keeper. And we fished the better part of today for two little keepers. And I told Terry, I said, I'm tired, I don't feel good. We ain't gonna win Angler of the Year, that's done. We have screwed the pooch on that. And actually, I gotta tell you a funny story. Pretty early this morning, he says, well, let's make a deal if we fish this bank and don't catch one. And I said, it's too early to make that deal. But it didn't take a whole heck of a lot longer for us to strike a deal similar to that. So we fished a good part of the day, and it just was not meant to be for us up here. We come up here and threw swim baits, and I had put out a bunch of brush. We never got a bite off the brush. We never got a good top water bite. I had a good one knock it out of the water yesterday. Man, I just don't know. I mean, I hate being this clueless, but this is a feeling, you know. Funny, Moonpie called me this past, or 2 weeks ago, after spending a Friday, Saturday on Rayburn, and said, he said, can you drink beer when you play golf? And I was on the golf course, and I said, yes, you can. I'm about to do it right now. And he said, what do you think I can get if I sell all my stuff as a package? Well, after Friday's practice, I called him and said, what do you think if we sell our boats and all our tackle together? That's kind of where I am right now. So I love to fish, but I really, really hate being embarrassingly uncompetitive. And I would like to say, you know, oh, I don't get to practice as much with the kids, but it don't matter. I mean, I've got years of experience on Texoma. I've had some great tournaments up here, and I've had some stinkers like this one. And this was just another stinker. I don't know. This lake is so difficult on me. The maddest I've ever been was up here after a BFL regional, when I really caught them in practice. And I guess that's the one thing. I didn't have a great practice. I was getting some bites, but you know, it's only 5 bites a day. So I thought we could certainly catch 5 a day that'll go 12 to 16 pounds. And we didn't. So that is a very, very abbreviated, I guess, you know, I started these out doing Rayburn reports. So I'm gonna do a Texoma report, and the Texoma report is don't come. I wouldn't come here unless you just are a masochist or you're going striper fishing, because I did see the striper guys catching them. But God, I did not have any fun. And I told Terry when we come off the water, I said, I just spent 4 days having absolutely no fun. Not even a little bit of fun. I'd rather be with my boys and my wife. And I'm sorry I'm whining, but that's kind of how I feel right now. So we've got a bunch of fishing coming up right here in a row. We're on Granbury next weekend for the Chris Kyle Benefit Tournament, American Valor. And then we're back at one of these again at Whitney the week after that. So I'm hoping to get 2 days of practice on Whitney, and Terry is too. And I hadn't been on that lake in years, so I hope we don't get our brains beat in there too. But we'll be on Whitney practicing, but we'll have some footage, I hope, for you from Granbury. I hope it's not another one of these videos next weekend from Granbury. By the way, last week is the first week since I started my channel really in earnest 3 years ago when I didn't post. And it's just lack of time. I just don't have time to do boat reviews. I don't have time to go fishing. I'm trying to get my work in order. So for those of you who are still tuned in, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys supporting us through the channel. Appreciate you guys shopping with 6 cents using Ken 10, and Waterland using Ken 10 there, or Ken 15 at Waterland. I appreciate you guys using the link below to Shop Tackle Warehouse. All those things benefit the channel, and frankly, the channel is my family, so I appreciate that very much. But sorry for the Debbie Downer. We'll be back on Granbury next weekend. And I truly hope I feel better. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see y'all soon. You know, there are guys in the world who are do-it-themselfers, and I completely appreciate it. Why would you pay somebody to do something that you can do yourself? So for example, if you wanted to fabricate your own back end cover, and then say you wanted a step to put on your boat, well, why in the world would you pay somebody when you could just bolt that on there like that? Rock and roll, brother.